really, really, really shitty. Okay, now multiply that by like 4. Okay, and now imagine feeling that way like at least 3 times a week. Now imagine not having a clue when it's gonna happen.
Like for no discernible reason whatsoever.
Like there was like nothing. Like you didn't lose any money. You didn't like nobody died. Like you feel bad now. Like you feel bad today. Like and that's all there is to that. It's and again like I can honestly tell you that it really does for me. It becomes a matter of like being black. Like there is nobody around who understands the concept of it, and that in itself makes it a lot more like hurtful to deal with because it's not like oh you having one of your days. Yep. All right, man. Like that's it. It's like you might want somebody to make you feel better or somebody to try to make you feel better, but you know that's not going to do anything. It's like oh, who messaged me?
I mean, because no one, like, even in our society, like, as far as we've come, no one takes mental illness nearly as seriously as they should. Because there's no such thing as, like, calling off work because you're having a bad mental day. Like, there's just no such thing as that. Nor will I ever think there probably will be such a thing as that. At least not in our, like, foreseeable future.
Well, like I say it's possible, but the only way that like given like there are other medical conditions that don't necessarily hinder your ability to move. Um, if you ever wanted to have a job and have the ability to not come to work because of that reason, you'd have to probably be taking some kind of antidepressant, and on for the government, for the government's sake, they need to know that you're trying to help yourself before they like accept that you have this problem. Like yes, you're like yes he has a problem. Like yes he has, like yes like it's if it happened, eventually women would want to be able to like, well I'm on my period now. I feel like coming into work. I was like that's not the same damn thing. Like you're a woman. That's part of being a woman. That's like if a dude call. It's like a dude saying like I sat on my nuts today. I don't want to come in. Like too damn bad. You coming into work today because sat on my nuts is not a thing that you know. It's not an acceptable answer as to why you can't do things today, and because my pussy is bleeding, ain't a good reason either. But, ew. I think that's like the biggest part of all that for me specifically is that like the fact that being black and feeling like you have these issues, yeah, my dude, it actually has a big impact on it as a whole because you can go like because it's a matter of I can go from being like I'm just not like today I was in a conversation with somebody that I really didn't know all that well, and I was explain I fuck it I was on interview like to better explain what was the situation. And we ended up in a conversation, and like I ended up being told that like you're thinking too much about it, yada 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 yada. And it was at that point I was like, if I could shoot you, I would, because I've never had a white, mind you, I don't be around a lot of white people. I ain't never had a white person tell me I think too much. I've had several black people tell me that you think too much, or you thinking too much about it. Well, stop thinking so much. Like, fuck you and the life you living. Don't tell me not to think. Fuck is wrong with you? I was like, yeah, black people as a whole are like not my race of people. Like they're where I come from, but I can't stand them. Like I don't like I like man, I don't like black people because they make me physically ill and they make me hate my life.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they represent a lot of values that you don't seem to care for too much.
Mm-hmm. and I don't necessarily understand why that's a thing, but it's a thing clearly. Like I grew up around black people like the entirety of my young and adult life, but for whatever reason, like I don't seem to like fit in with like what is considered a typical African American. And I was like, that's how come like I think that was one of the main reasons like I've never felt comfortable being around my family because let's see, like my family on my mom's side, like none of them could possibly. For what it's worth, I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. Like nobody in my family legit knows me.
Except for Alan.
Well, yeah, I think that's mostly because he created a dynamic between the two of you that allowed you to confide in him, and he didn't make you not want to do that again. So, like that's like real stuff.
Because
Like
to
that
be
was
fair, Alan's the only person that knew about my social anxieties. Alan's the only person who knew about my sexuality. Like, he was the only one who knew all that.
yeah. I can honestly tell you that I can tell you now for sure that had I ever decided like that I am like I wanted to be like not full blown bisexual, but like if I wanted to be outwardly bisexual and or gay, like nobody on my father's side of the family would know. Like I just wouldn't tell them. I have a cousin that I'm starting to believe that she thinks that I might be gay, but her reason for thinking so is a little
It's the whole
bass
like, out with
backwards.
a woman.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a little bass backwards.
Has she ever seen me with a man other than?
No, they don't. Nobody ever gets what. Like that's the question. It's like you've never seen me dating a dude. So why can't it just be like I just don't like humans? Like that's closer to anything. Well, it's actually the exact opposite because I'm like I can find the beauty in the naked form of like the male and the female anatomy. I can. It's like to be completely honest, I'm a dog when it comes to men. It's like I don't mind looking at dicks. Like I like them. What it was this, like all shapes, sizes, colors, whatever. I don't necessarily mind them. I can find them erotic. I can find them almost artistic. It is what it is. Same goes with vaginas and like breasts. Like I can look at them of any shape, size, or gender, whatever the fuck. But yeah, the idea like, cause Patchy is that way. Like he's never known me to have a girlfriend, and and if he actually needed to know, I just tell him, well, Patch, I don't have a girlfriend because I'm an introvert. I don't go anywhere. Like I've never put myself in a position to find a female companion like that I could be with on a physical level. And that's just the end of that. Like there's excuse me. It's like that's just all there is to that. Like I've been involved with females via the internet, but even I don't consider that actually dating. If you motherfuckers don't like plan to change the dynamic of your relationship at some point. So like, but I've never ever had a boyfriend. Well, short of you, like you're about as close as it's gonna get. Really wish I had my grenade. Yeah, we can easily like I can win. I can have the top score without winning. As weird as that is.
That is pretty weird. I'm honestly not sure what I'm doing wrong.
Well, I think your bro probably understands that the way I feel to some degree, because I think I fit in with among black people like better than he does to whatever to some extent. Only because like whereas me and your bro like can eat like he doesn't like the majority of things that black people like enjoy, like from the music to the like the type of comedy to the type of anything. We although we both do have the same whole like, well, I'm not materialistic. I don't really care about what kind of clothes I'm wearing as long as they're clean fit and look, or of a color that I enjoy. Like I don't like people who go out of their way. Like there are a pair of shoes. I'm not knocking them for making these shoes. I get it, but it's literally just a marketing ploy to make the people who bought them feel like, oh yeah, I gotta buy these shoes, man. These shoes gonna up my game, man. There are a pair of shoes that Michael Jordan wore forever ago, like back in '97. He wore these shoes during I think a playoff game. And he wore them, and he played this game while he had the flu. And these shoes are called Flu Game. They are literally just the shoes he wore the night he played the game when he had the flu. That's quite literally it. And they come in like a first aid kit looking box, like an aluminum case, and like they have the date and like his stats for that game on the inside of the case. Which again, if it were like a video game thing, I'd be like this is like the version of this game that Stig Asmussen put together while he had like gonorrhea, and like this is like the clap edition of God of War, God of Clap. It's like so like that would be like I'd understand like yeah I'd probably be all over it because I'm a gamer, so I understand the concept of people who love basketball. Like I get the people who love basketball want these shoes because they love basketball. I get that, I do, but like me and your bro personally would not care. Like it could be Serena Williams's like line of tennis shoes, he still wouldn't give a shit. How are you always fight? But it's conversations like this that kind of heal me to some degree. I mean, I'm still broken beyond recognition. We're losing, but I'm up by like 400 points. I'm up by 100 points from the guy on the opposing team. I so badly want the match to just be over, so I can I don't need this. Yeah,
you said you don't need the bounty, but
no, I don't. I don't need the bounty, but I want it. Like, you just don't, man, like, you don't need your trophies, but you want your trophies. You want them. You fucking want them. I don't need this bounty to, like, rank up. I could easily, like, rank up. The fuck? Oh. Oh my gosh, they are 3 kills away. If I can...
keep up the good.
I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! Oh my god, I did it! I got 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 it! I fucking got it! Oh yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes! I suck at PvP. Mind you, I didn't even get the most kills, but I had one more capture than the guy with 1 kill more than I did. So I beat him for like score wise. Oh, we didn't even win.